them stopping my notifications. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know why. I don't know why. You know? Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a dancing. Tell me why. Um. Anyways, we're gonna hang out here. We're gonna smoke a cigar. A very nice cigar that was provided to us by very generously Stephen J. I want to say thank you for that. This bright light has been provided to us by the parking lot. I don't even think I need this light on. It's so bright right now. If you are coming to the afterlife, is that what it feels like? What it feels like? I can't stress that enough. There's nothing like water. You got to be fresh. I can't stress that enough. Well, 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 well. I hope that AP comes around. My dear friend AP, what's up, bro? Yeah, this guy. Everyone's a riot, huh? That's it. Everyone's a riot. He said 451. Who was the 451 president? We got a Robusto here. Feels like a 5 by 52. Whoever's coming in, can I get a blend check and a size check? We got a top tier Davidoff to smoke here. Davidoff, Robusto. Um, Not a pungent smell, but a very nice smell off the foot. Um, Over dry barnyard kind of smell. Hopefully AP's coming on right now. I don't know what's going on. Let me check right now. But we'll see what happens. Stephen J, like I already said, he sent me a beautiful box of cigars, and I can't thank him enough. People share the love with Richie. Richie shares it right back and makes some more great content. And maybe you're watching it right now, or maybe you're watching it later. Maybe you're watching it tomorrow. Maybe you're watching this and I'm already dead, and I don't know what year this is. I mean, is every YouTube video going to go on in perpetuity? What happens if you have a YouTube channel and it makes money, but then you die? Where, but it keeps making money because of the videos and the algorithm. Who gets that money? I mean, they're going to keep on putting commercials, allegedly, right? So what's going to happen? What's going to happen in the future on that? Does anybody know? I don't know. Oh, and we got Autobots. Enter the Autobots. Yes, yes, yes. The Autobots. What will we? Yes. Hi, Autobots. Yes. Hi. Yes. So nice to see you, Autobot. You're part of the community, Autobot. You're an important part of the community, Autobot. Where's AP? Where's Sacco? You guys are not reliable. So the late hour, as opposed to the regular Davidoff, Winston Churchill, which they do pay royalties to the family for that. I don't know how much, but they're paying it. And it is what it is. Soft gentle heat. I mean, I wow, just off the toast on that. Wow, what a marvelous smell. Oh my goodness. This is the first cigar of the day for me. Wow. What a nice smelling cigar. Can't stress that enough. Take your time. Hurry up. Slowly toast. My guitar gently weeps. My cigar gently toasts. Where the fuck is Sacco? Where's AP? I don't know. I don't know where all these guys. Not reliable. Wow. Isn't this a turn of events? Isn't this a turn of events, my friend? I'm sitting here smoking Davidoff, and you're sitting there smoking Gurkha, and I think you might even be happier than me. Isn't this so crazy, bro? Bro, isn't this so crazy how like there's guarantees in the cigar world, but there's no guarantee. Meaning, just like let's say Mike Tyson when he first came out, like who's this guy? He's short, or what a stocky looking fellow. And those are the first guy he broke his face. So like, and now there's Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? They're like there was the world before Mike Tyson and then Mike Tyson. Well, there was the world of Gurkha, and they're past, and then trying to gain some respect, and then there's as of March 2024, the year of the dragon, the 4-pack. Well, because we're not including the regular year of the dragon, obviously right now. This is you smoked the AJ. We'll get to that, but right now you're smoking the Oliva Year of the Dragon, which was my favorite of the 4, and I loved each one. Just your first impression, is it bullshit?
So I didn't smoke the AJ. This is the first one I'm smoking, actually.
I
Jeremy
take that
smoked
back.
the
Jeremy
AJ for me.
smoked the AJ. I'm sorry. So for this cigar, is this cigar bullshit?
This cigar is tremendous.
So Jeremy's agreed with me 100% on everything I said about that cigar. So you could say, okay, but the Bible says by 2 or 3 witnesses, let your word be true. So it's only me and Jeremy. Jeremy said I was true. 1 witness is enough. Are you the second witness? Are you going to confirm it? Are you when someone says I need in the memory, like when you go to a meeting, they say I need
Take
someone.
it to the bank.
But you know when someone says you need a what do you call it? Anyone want to second it? That's biblical because the Bible says by the witnesses of 2 or 3. Because you better have 2 witnesses. Because back then, if you to bear false witness was death penalty. So to get 2 people, 2 men wouldn't know. One man might have an agenda, like he likes your wife, so he wants to get rid of you, right? But to get 2 men to get rid of you. So the bottom line is this: is that the best Gurkha you ever had?
It's not even close.
Okay, and is that the best Oliva you ever had?
Yeah, and it makes no fucking sense at all.
Okay,
How
so
does that
does
make any
Richie lie?
sense?
Does Richie lie? Look at your face right now, bro.
Oh, it's so
I'm not
good.
going to say that's the best cigar you ever had because that's a very cheap word to say. But what I'm trying to say is it's the best Oliva you ever had, and it's the best Gurkha you ever had. To have that 2 things in one cigar for $24 or $5, and you're sitting there smoking that, and how enjoyable the blend is. Is it a little mind blowing? Does it take you back? For me, it hurts my pussy. Right? You're like,
Yeah, it
wow,
doesn't make any sense why Oliva would do this for Gurkha. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Like they
bro.
have a shitload of tobacco. Like what's why don't they release the cigar? That's good.
It's like a divine comedy, and people. And guess what? At the lounge I go to, no one's buying them because people are like, "Oh, it's Gurkha." Meanwhile, like, good, I'll smoke them. Like, I hope they sit there forever and they have a discount rack, and I'll buy
Yeah,
them
yeah.
all.
Just keep them there for me.
Yeah, yeah. Like you got to be shitting her, bro. Like What was your initial impression when you lit it up from the first puff? Were you like, "Wow, Richie wasn't lying," or what was it?
First of all, for a cigar rolled in this shape, the performance is incredible. The draw is incredible. Like from the cold draw and the initial light up, like to have that kind of draw on a cigar with the little
It,
nipple fucking
it was better
holes.
than even
It's
Fuente because normally Fuente you got to wait to open up to get to the full part of the cigar. From the first nipple, when you light it up, you're like, "Whoa, wait, the whole thing is going on. The whole cigar
yeah,
is lit. The whole cigar from the
yeah.
just light the nipple." You're like, and you punched it, huh? You didn't even cut it. You
No,
cut
I
it.
cut it, but just a little bit, just a
Yeah.
little bit,
So
just a
imagine
little hole.
if you would have took off more, it would have been two open. You know.
Yeah, yeah, it's perfect. You don't have to cut the shit out of it, not at all, because this thing draws like a fucker.
Dude.
Wow.
People, if they don't know who you are, what you're about, like you are a huge cigar connoisseur, especially when it comes to Cuban cigars. So you don't, you have a sense of how do you say of what you like, and you have standards, but also you know some people might say, well, that's kind of a cigar snob. We smoke a lot of Cubans. So my point is for you to say that's the best Oliva you ever had and the best Gurkha, and it's well worth the money that that should sell itself right there. If people don't want to believe Richie, right? Because I mean, like so it's. uh, I didn't want people to agree with me just to like agree with me. I just wanted people to know the truth. Like if I told you, hey, listen, go to this place, you're gonna get a winning lotto ticket, and you're like, yeah, right. Like no, believe me, like like, and you haven't even like gotten to the middle of the cigar. It gets better and better every puff, right?
It's so good, and the aroma is great off it also.
You know what's great about smoking same cigars with different people across different state lines? Um, yeah, even though we only met once, I smoked that cigar before you did. But then now, somehow in the universe, your mind is connected. Like you went to the same cigar I went to. Does that make any sense? And of course, you could have your interpretation. But as far as actually how good it is, we both agree in the affirmative how phenomenal that cigar is. And I'm really happy that you went out there and tried it out because say even 2 years ago, hey, AP, you're going to try a $25 Gurkha and like it, and it's going to be the best Gurkha and best. Forget about even that. It's going to be better than any Oliva you had. Milano V, forget about that. You wouldn't believe me 2 years ago. You wouldn't believe me.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I would
absolutely.
believe that because Milano
Yeah,
V, we get used to it and we get tired of it because it's so available. But that's a great world-renowned cigar. But that cigar by Oliva is better. Like there's no. If you had the bands off and they were the same, wouldn't that be nice in a nice box press Robusto? As good as it is in that big fat size, imagine that thing in a little Robusto.
yeah, powerhouse.
Where's your strength right now? Like a heavy medium plus? Because it got to medium full like later on. Like, but it was definitely had a good amount of spice. Like it was a lively spice. You see what I'm saying? Here's the thing too, though. If you do hold the ash the whole time, though, it's going to calm it down a little bit. So it depends if you want to look at the ash or do you want it to ramp up. It depends what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I like it the way it is now. It's definitely a medium plus, heavy, long finish, beautiful,
That's the
beautiful,
other factor
creamy.
too. I feel a long heavy finish can boost it up a half. Meaning if a cigar is a medium plus, but with a long heavy finish, it's like a medium full with no long finish. Does that make any sense? I love a long heavy finish. If it's a great cigar, only makes it better. You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah, I gotta try not to smoke it too fast because that's how I know I love it when I start
That's
fucking
dude.
puffing away, puffing
All,
away.
all of these, I had to slow down. I
Yeah.
had to slow. What happened was the AG I smoked first, and that was the first one. That one I blew through. When I got to that one, I was like, I need to slow down. Like, because like towards the middle of the AG, I'm like, wait, how? I fucking only spoken this thing like 20 minutes. I'm halfway through like a big Toro. Like, like I had to slow down. Like that thing, the AJ, that thing smokes like a Padron. That thing wants to party. That thing, and that's a smaller cigar than that. So you better like just put like a timer on. Just take your time. Like I don't know,
Mm,
but
wow.
uh, it's just. I would love to know tomorrow. We'll talk like your afterthoughts about that because it's gonna take a hot minute and when you're done to realize that just happened. Like that just happened. Like right now, you're smoking an Oliva that says Gurkha, and it's better than both those brands you ever had. Like come on, That's a pretty tall set.
But didn't
Like,
Oliva like make the cigar, try it, and say, "What the fuck are we doing? Like, we're just giving this. We're just. I mean, it still says their name on it, okay, but
honestly, as an
like,
Oliva smoker, I'm not an only Oliva smoker. I feel betrayed by Oliva. Like, what are you doing? That would be like if your father gave your inheritance to your cousin. Like, Dad, your son. Like, yeah, but he's our cousin, and he's in the family. Like, it's like saying, well, Gurkha's in the cigar family. It's a company, you know, and you're like, no, but why don't you make the best shit for yourself? I don't understand that. I have. It's not even close. I'd rather have one of those than a box of 10 Milano V's. Like that cigar is fucking. It's just fucking like because you're like, and also you can't compare that cigar to anything you ever had in the cigar world. So you're like, wow, it's so unique, but so delicious, but yet so spicy and so sweet and so tangible and so smooth. At the same time, it's lively and it's such a long, heavy finish, and it puts you it put me in a great fucking mood. I walked around town like around late midday to sunset, and it was such a great time.
yeah, well, box worthy Gurkha. You heard it here, second or third, I guess.
Yeah, dude. I guess people aren't getting my notifications because no one's here, bro. I don't think I can do
Well,
lives that much anymore,
it
man.
came
Because
up for me. It came up for me tonight. The other night it didn't come up. I don't know why, but today it did.
and nobody wants to hang out. Hey, what's up, Evan? How you doing? How's your balls? Take out the posse. So, well, I guess let me take a second and talk about my cigar. I don't know if you've ever heard of this brand. It's called Davidoff, and this is the late hour. It's a great cigar. It's medium strength, very smooth, about 70% darkness. There is a little bit of spice, but the spice is a very smooth black pepper, like refined, not coarse at all. Like a Dave, it's Davidoff. You know what I'm saying? No, the flavors on Davidoff are super refined, but it's never gonna be like punch in your face. I mean, obviously, so there are some cigars that get a little stronger, like Dominicana or etc. But Davidoff's more about clarity and beautiful flavor, and the overall bouquet of the flavor. Really, Davidoff I think has a great cedar note, not like a charred wood, but I think Davidoff has great cedar notes in their cigars, especially like the Colorado Claro. But this cigar is no slouch; it has a really nice cedar note. So the wood note on it is different than like a Fuente, which is a charred wood. Um, it, it just reminds me of like if he went to a carpenter house, like a master carpenter, and he had like his wood shop for like high end woods, and he's making stuff out of like beautiful wood and everything. Um, I think Davidoff has the most beautiful wood note as far as cedar. I'm not saying Fuente has one of the best charred wood. That's a different experience. But Davidoff has some really nice cedar notes that if you enjoy that, you know, it's that's what I'm going for. Other than that, not very earthy. Right there, picked up to went to like a heavy medium. Woof, right there. I'm surprised. A heavy medium plus. It went from like a gentle medium to heavy medium plus, which is quite a range. And I'm about a half inch in. Um, I don't think I've ever had this in Robusto. I think I've only had it in the larger size, like a Toro or something like that. So this late hour really appreciated. Oh wow, and almost like when you're having like a scotch and you have that briny salt, like sea salt. I think these are aged in Scotch barrels, right? The late hours.
I don't
Um,
know about the late hour. I'm not sure.
I'm almost positive it's aged in Scotch barrels. And but whether it is or not, dude, that was like picture what do you call it? That type of when you're having like a peaty Scotch. You know what I'm saying? That kind of vibe. That kicked in like overnight right now.
I wonder how limited these dragons are going to be. What do you think?
All right, let me get back to the cigar I'm not reviewing. This is why I shouldn't have done this, dude. Trust me. Like, it's like, isn't it funny how like literally like we're hit even myself like we're both talking about Kirk and meanwhile I'm smoking Davidoff, but like this is unprecedented, and it's AP like the cigar channel referee, and you're sitting there and you have like a childish smile on your face that you're like. bro. I don't give a shit if that thing was called Quorum Cigars. A cigar that good is mind blowing. Mind blowing, mind blowing. What's up, Evan? No one's seen Richie. It's just me, you, and Evan. That's all it is, and a bot, dude. What has changed? What is? You look carefree. You look like you're on your Peloton bike in a fresh thong. You know, what I'm saying, properly hydrated. And you're like, come on, guys, let's ride bikes.
Ten
You
more
got
miles.
yeah. You got some fresh fruit going on. Some fresh. I tore up that fresh pineapple. And the fresh pineapple's great, bro.
I had some oranges today and some grapes today.
Dude, isn't fresh fruit the best snack? I don't understand how people would rather have
Yeah.
like M&Ms or Snickers. Like, eat some fresh fruit, bro. Like literally, like I went to my father and his girlfriend. They went to like where her sister lives, and it's like a community. Not It's not a retirement community, perhaps, but it's mostly older people, and but there's a mixture from like 50s up, And but they were having like a little barbecue, but like everyone brought something, and in the center of all the four buildings, and they're all hanging out. So of course, when I go there, I'm like the youngest guy there for the most part, until some smoke show showed up in a bikini, like some 20-year-old, and like, oh, her granddaughter came. And I'm like, and she's just literally in
Ah,
a bikini. And I'm like, everyone's like 70, 80 years old. And I'm just like, sweet to nod. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was such a, everyone's 70 and 80. And then it was like that. Then you're like, okay, like, this is ridiculous. I just got to look in the other direction. Like, it's like, you've seen a girl before, but like, if you have like 80-year-old woman and one girl in the bikini who's like 20, it really stands out. I can't stress it
mm-hmm.
enough. You're really like, wow, time is everything. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, but the
It's a
point
great
is,
cigar to hold the smoke with also. My
uh,
God.
after I had some just nice grilled chicken legs, somebody brought whole thing of fresh watermelon. Well, there was cookies and cake and everything. Fuck that. I just loaded up a big plate of watermelon. Everyone's like, oh, you don't want any cannolis? You don't want this? No, it's 80 degrees out, and I want free, fresh watermelon. Like, you can eat all the watermelon you want, you know what I'm saying? No, it's natural. You know what I'm saying? No, it's real sugar. It's good sugar, from watermelon. I'll eat the watermelon, baby. And, I love watermelon. Watermelon, bro, it might be one of my favorite fruits, but it has to be the right consistency. And it can't be like when watermelon gets soft or old, it has that weird taste to it.
Yeah.
The watermelon's got to
Yeah.
be crispy. If that makes any sense.
I gotta cut it and eat it. If you leave it in the fridge more than like even a day, it gets funny.
Mm.
I love
All right,
pineapple too. That's one of my all-time favorites. Sweet
pineapple, you can
pineapple.
put
It's hard to
away
beat.
a day should be all right, like 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pineapple is I love it all. Pineapple is great for your stomach, as far as it's so acidic. It just breaks down all any germs, and you could clean shit with pineapple, bro. Pineapple, like, just kill everything in your stomach, any kind of whatever, if you have any problems. But yeah, people understand that fruit like that is literally medicine. Orange is great for your immune system. The fruit is literally medicine.
Yeah. It makes
And
you feel great eating the right shit. It makes you feel it's a world of difference how you feel
yeah, yeah.
eating all that fucking sugar shit. It's no good, man. Especially as you get older.
Well, it's also the amount people eat, and the. I'm not saying you want a piece of cake once in a while, but I mean, like, dude, every day, what are you gonna do? Have like candy bars and McDonald's and Lucky Charms, and you're like, Mike, are you actually thinking what you're eating? Like, say no, like, how about a bowl of
Save that
oatmeal?
shit for your birthday party, for a birthday party, special Christmas and shit like
Yeah,
that. Have your piece of cake and your dessert, or you go
yeah.
out to a restaurant, but not all the time, every fucking day.
Nah, dude. Well, every day, the worst thing to do is start your day off with cereal. And what I mean by cereal is
Yeah,
most cereal has so much fake sugar in it, and then you're gonna have tons of milk and dairy. It's gonna make you feel bloated. You know, I like oatmeal and like six prunes, yeah, organic oatmeal, and just six prunes.
that's a
And
great breakfast. Yeah,
dude, I'll have like two eggs on the side, over easy. Like, dude, like, to get protein, like
yeah.
two six prunes every day. I can't stress it enough, bro.
You need
You
a
know,
lot of protein. It's very important,
yeah, and then I have like a vegan protein drink after that, with 20 grams of protein.
especially your size. You need probably like close to double the protein a regular normal person,
Yeah,
average guy would
tremendous
need.
goal.
You know,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like
you need like you should try to get like fucking 200 grams.
yeah, yeah, fucking like it's fucking like but I could do like that, like twerking with my arm, like it's the ass cheeks clapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we were talking about it, bro. I did again today. I did another 200 push-ups, bro. Like like it's push-ups are fucking key, bro. Like
They
push-ups are
did a study, and like I don't know what the study was, but they did a study like of firefighters and the guys who can do 40 push-ups, at least 40 push-ups straight through, have a way better chance to live longer.
oh
They're
yeah,
saying,
oh yeah. Not only you feel strong, but yeah, I mean, if you could do that, then your body's in good condition. But I don't just do
right?
40. I'll do 40, then
Yeah,
another set of 30, another set of 20, another set of 30. But also, dude, like today I did the ropes. The rope pulley system, bro. I'll do that literally 5 minutes in a row. I'm talking about big heavy rope that you got to keep pulling. It goes like in a circle. But I don't know if you've ever seen that. But like I'll do
yeah.
that 5 minutes. And I mean at full speed, like
It's
full speed.
brutal. The
Brutal.
ropes.
When I'm done with that, like for your grip strength, you gotta grab someone or something. And just it's saying like it's just you know that people don't say hand strength when you grab something and you yank it. You know what I'm saying? No, if somebody was trying to hurt you or grab you or something like that, and you just grab and just the torque. It gives you torque. Because
Yeah, it's
hands.
another very important thing to have as you get older. Also, is they say is grip strength.
Well, because without usually you lose without grip strength. What is a man? You chop my hands off, I can't do anything. So if my
Yeah,
hands are weak, I got nothing. I got nothing. Yeah, I can look like a big guy, but without grip, that's what makes him mankind. If we couldn't do this, we wouldn't have a society. Isn't that crazy? We wouldn't have a society. How could you make concrete? How could you do this? How could you do anything if we didn't have hands? The grip. People take that for granted. You know what I'm saying? Though, how would you? You can't. You say, well, you could drive, yeah? How's your mechanic going to change the oil? How are you going to change your fucking tire? You know what I'm saying, though? Try turning your steer. Imagine Richie try to drive with his elbow. It's fucking. So you dropped the ash. What was the initial presentation when you dropped the ash?
oh, it's so good. Heavier and darker. Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, I told you it increase. Sometimes 5, 10%.
This is a great cigar.
God, I told you, man.
This is a great cigar.
Oh, yeah, I told you. And dude, like what I'm saying, though, you've been smoking cigars maybe even longer than me. Even though I review so much different shit, so I'd say me and you are around the same level as far as just total experience. Even though you have more with the
Yeah.
Q, but like I mean, dude, I've smoked so many different cigars for the View channel. Went from every possible thing in different sizes. So, but what I'm saying is like me and you could both spot bullshit a mile away.
This is so good.
It's so far from bullshit. Hey, did you know three connoisseurs said it wasn't good?
Oh wow.
Did you see that guy on my comment? Somebody said, "Sorry, Richie, I smoked a cigar with three connoisseurs, and they all agreed it sucked." And I'm like, "Well, that makes four people I disagree with." That's what I told them. But I said, "I believe in the First Amendment, so please speak your mind.
Absolutely.
Please, yeah, please. Good. I'm glad you didn't want it. Don't buy it. Please don't buy it. Like that's the best cigar. Like, dude, and here's a good thing though. When you go to the AJ or the Oscar, it's not like a letdown from that.
Yeah.
It's equally as good in a sense, but that one is the most. That one I wanted to have again, and that means something. And you can't say that in points because if you had three 4.8 cigars, which one though would you want to come back to? You can't come back to all of them equally as far as in your mind. You know what I'm saying though? Because there's a lot of great cigars, but like for you, like both Opus X and like Padron 26, great world class, box worthy godlike cigars. But for you, you'd rather go back to Padron 26 over Opus, I'm assuming, because you're more of a Patron guy, correct? And that's all I'm saying. So in that bunch, I'm taking the illegal.
This is good.
From there, I don't know. It depends on my mood. The AJ just does everything. The Oscar hanging out and comfortable blend. The Oscar cigar. Wait till you get the Oscar cigar. That Honduran Puro, dude. God, I just want to be like on a river, like next to a mountain, fly fishing, just chilling out. And you're like, speak to me, Honduras. This is a beautiful Honduran Puro. And then the EP Carrillo. That's a heavy, dark brownie. Literally, I'm telling you, that cigar is brownies. The cigar you're smoking reminding me like of chocolate chips, possible like a chocolate chip cookie with like a caramel on top of it, with black pepper, rock salt, maybe a hint of citrus notes, like something like that on the back end, and literally reminded me of chocolate chip cookies with caramel, with black pepper, and actually some red pepper on top of that, and a super long heavy finish. Like, how could you not like that? And I mean, great clarity on the flavors too. Like, you look like you're euphoric. I don't think I've seen you on this. And also that it's a Gurkha is just like that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt you a little bit. You're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, you know?
Well, it's good timing for me because this came right after Gurkamania was released, and so it was a good build up to get familiar with the some of the old or established Gurkhas. But this is like this is cheating. This is this is I guess it's a Gurkha, but
No, no,
is it a Gurkha? Are there
it
any of the
is.
Gurkhas? It is.
It is. And the bottom line is, well, here's the funny thing though, bro. Every Gurkha cigar was contracted out. So you got to give them that. So it's
Hmm.
not like, oh, well, the other ones, dude, everyone they contracted out. And they have had other cigars made by Oliva. I don't know which one, and it just didn't say Oliva, okay? But in this case, though, this whole series of Dragon, they went to another level. And even if you say, oh, $24, that's expensive, not for what you're getting. Because, for example, if this was an Oliva cigar or Padron, it'd be a $40, $50 cigar. You know what I'm saying, though? It'd be a 40, 50. What happened? What happened?
I'm just spanking PG,
Why?
just to let him know I'm watching.
Oof, that's not nice. He's a
He
good
only
dude.
got a minute. He only got a minute. He's fresh PG. I like the fresh PG though. I like it. The edgy PG. I like it a lot.
I'm gonna give you a pass tonight because you're in such a good mood. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get you back for doing that to him. PG is a good dude, man. He didn't
He
deserve that.
deserved it. He deserved it.
Hey, Uncle Larry. Uncle Larry, look at AP smoking a Gurkha right now. And you blew right through that thing. That's a
I
big
know I
fuck,
smoked it too fast.
dude.
I did. I was just thinking that.
And that's the other thing too. It's a 60 gauge cigar, so you're like, dude, it has everything going against it. You're like 60 gauge, even though it's a perfecto, but like 60 gauge, a Gurkha maybe a lever for $24. What could go wrong? And you're like, wait till you light it up, bro. You
When I
know,
lit it and I got to the fat part at the beginning, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna fucking take forever to smoke." But no, no.
bro, bro, bro. Okay, so like, okay, let's just. I know it's too. You might say it's too soon by your standards, but would you say it's box worthy?
I want to get like I want to like fill my wine adore with stacks of the sampler, the five dragons, just like stack, push them all, like stack the whole thing full of them.
You know what? And I think I'd rather have 4 or 5 packs than like two 10 count boxes of the same or different ones because having all five of them, each one is a different vibe. Like, is a
Yeah.
trip. So like, imagine like every week smoking all five of them on different days. Like each one is a different vibe, man. Like, and they're all great. Like, yeah, dude. Like, they put a lot of work into this. The blending that went into this. And think about that to release all five blends, around the same time from five different companies. That's a lot of work, bro. That's unprecedented. Dude, has anybody ever done that? Has anybody ever made a major release with five different companies at the same and put them in the same box with their names on it? Let's talk about that, right? We're talking about cigar news and cigar history, right? I don't know if anyone's done that. I don't know. Uh, like, let's say Monte Cristo. Oh, we have a new collaboration. Okay. But show me Monte Cristo made by AJ, EP Carrillo, Oliva, Punch. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Punch. Padron. Like, give them five premier brands to make five different versions. Like,
Maybe that was the play. Maybe Gurkha says, maybe they said, okay, we'll put your name on the cigar. So or they said, listen, or when they said, Yeah, you can have the cigar, but you gotta put a fucking name on it.
Well, I think there was smart advertising that the people that were never going to smoke a Gurkha or respect a Gurkha, you put by who it's made on it, and I think it gives that child a father. Like, you know who my father is? You're not going to respect the child, you might not respect the Gurkha, but you're like, you know who my father is? Ali. You know who my father is? AJ Fernandez.
Wow.
You know who my father is? EP Carrillo. You know, the biggest surprise for me was the Oscar, though. Even though I like the Oliva better, because out of the four, I'm sorry, like I don't really fuck with Oscar. I'm not disrespecting the brand. I don't really smoke Oscar cigars. The vibe is not for me. When you get to the Oscar, you're like, now I love Oscar cigars, and I'm not saying the other one. Just saying like so. So on every level, that was the best Oliva you ever smoked. I'm not gonna say that AJ is the best AJ ever smoked because AJ has so many great cigars. But the Oscar is the best Oscar you smoked. The EP is not the best EP I ever smoked, but it's close because I'd say the Pledge in some ways, is better, but at the same time, the EP Gurkha, it's such a predominant, if you want a brownie cigar, and it sounds stupid, but when you smoke the EP Carrillo Gurkha, it's literally a hot fudge brownie. It's a hot fudge brownie. It's a hot fudge fucking brownie with like a very slow, non-spicy black pepper, like not a heavy, not like moving around and very picture like a champagne where it's bubbling around. The black pepper spice and the brownie notes on the EP Krillo was like low level fog. It just sits and sits, you know, and it's that kind of vibe, but it's decadent. Um, I just think that's a less usable blend because it felt like I was walking around town eating brownies. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm like fucking like I feel like I'm doing chop chop. Like yeah, I got 2 day brownie here. You know what I'm saying though?
Retro Hell's great on this, dude.
Who's this? Abraham Bush? He's got a wrench. Wow, I don't. Yo, who's Abraham Bush?
He's got a wrench.
I don't know. I don't know how he got a wrench. Who's this guy? He says, my father Garcia. Yep. He says, Mike smoking a Crown Heads. That's it, bro. Enjoy yourself. You still got a box of EP Krillo Oscar Elite Series. Yeah, yeah. EP Krillo is a great brand, man. Yeah, he said, gotta go back to work. He just wanted to see the AP with Flash Strong. Not tonight. Not tonight. What? I think this is one of those cigars you could call an epiphany, where, like they say in poker, like a chip in a chair. At the end of the day, when you buy a cigar, you're taking a chance. And then when you smoke a cigar, you're taking a chance. It is a physical thing. It's a supernatural thing. When you hold the smoke becomes one with your mind and your spirit and your body. And then if it possesses you, you'll come back to it and do it again. You know. If it doesn't, if you don't like the possession, if it's a bad spirit, you're like, be gone with you in the name of Christ. You know, get out of here. But a good spirit, like the Holy Spirit, is a good spirit to be have you possess, meaning you possess with love and kindness and joy. In this case, do you feel this is a good possession? Is this a happy, good, lovely time, or is this a demonic cigar? Like I can't smoke this thing ever again. Like you
This is great.
would you like a chest of 100 of those in one big chest?
Yeah, yeah. This is fucking excellent. It's exactly what I like too in a cigar. It's just great. It's surprising,
Mm.
but
It,
we're blessed. People are releasing great cigars, man. It's really something.
Sacco called it like it was about a year and a half ago, like when the Cohiba came out and then a whole bunch of new stuff was coming out. Like I think during the scamdemic, it was like 2 years of things getting backed up. So now, and so it gave more time to make blends or age more tobacco than normal. And now we're just catching the back end of it, of just like so many great cigars coming out. You know what I'm saying? Though, and um, but also I don't think it's cigars that have been more popular in the history of the world. So these companies got more money than anything. So what does that mean? They can grow and buy more tobacco and make more stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Though, so
It's a great time to be a it's a great time to be a cigar smoker. There's no doubt about that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think cigars is the cheapest healthcare device in the world, and it is a healthcare device. Why? Because when I'm smoking a cigar, I'm not drinking. When I'm smoking a cigar, I can go for a walk. When I'm smoking a cigar, I'm not doing drugs. When I'm smoking a cigar, I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to get into a fight. I don't want to go to jail. I'm smoking this great cigar tonight. So you smoke a cigar every day, you're not going to go to jail. You're not going to do anything stupid, right? Because when that guy cuts you off on the highway, you're going to go, now tonight I'm going to smoke a Gurkha by a leave it. I can't go to county jail. No, no,
You
no.
know it's also great, and for everybody who watches this, the that fucking Macanudo, man. Holy shit. That's a great cigar. The Emissary España. I smoked another one last night. I fucking love that cigar.
Oh,
The
hey,
Macanudo.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Oh, okay, brother. Yo, it's been a long time. And I think you were talking about moving. I don't want to say where you were from, but yeah, he sent me cigars in La Guianas. It was I think it was a Davidoff made cigar um, for this shop. Um, bro, I hope you're doing well, man. I think you said you moved, and uh, I hope you're doing good. It's been a long time. Holy shit, dude, it was like years ago. Holy shit,
Welcome back. Welcome back, Abraham Bush.
it's been
Yeah.
like 3 fucking years. Well, yeah, bro. I'm in Florida now. It is what it is. Hope you're doing well, bro. So, okay, by Richie's rating system, 0 to 5, and going from 4.0 to 4.9, where are you going to put this cigar?
5. This cigar is great. It's got so much.
Dude, and like, part of me, like, yeah, because when I said 4.8 box rate of like the second or third puff when I had that, like, because that's a godlike cigar. Like, I left a little room in there because also, dude, but like, if somebody wanted to bump it up to like perfect, I believe it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, for you, it's 5 flat out.
Like
I
I don't
love
think you could do too much
it.
better. You know,
Yeah.
honestly. Like,
If anything, what, cheaper? Because for 20, to get a cigar on that level for only $25, $24. Now, do you understand why if somebody said, would I rather smoke regular opus or that for the same price for $24? I would smoke that. And that's
this
going to
is this is better than a regular Opus X. This
hurt.
is better than a regular Opus X.
Ooh, 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 ooh,
Sorry, Jeremy.
ooh, ooh.
Sorry. This is better than a regular. This is better. I'm sorry for me. I mean, come on.
Dude, right now, Fuente just spit out his tequila. He's like, who said that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who said that? Like, you know what I'm saying? No, is some guy in a thong in Brooklyn? He's like, no, I'm sorry, man. But really, look. He's like, I do 20 miles a day on my Peloton. And this shit is a banger. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like,
I feel like I could smoke this like over and over again too. You know what I mean? It has
bro, you're going to make me buy
so
that
much
cigar.
complexity.
I got to buy that cigar again tomorrow. Like, I'm going to
Yeah,
have to buy.
go grab a couple.
Yeah, bro. Like, do I need to
Oh, wow.
do a back to back Oliva? Do I need to do two of those at the same time?
Oof. Hey,
Oof,
that'd be
oof.
interesting to start it over again, right? That's a long
Double,
ride though.
double nipples. Oof.
I gotta slow down with this.
Oof. Yeah, dude. Imagine if I walked around the town with two of those, like in the same hand, but just puffing on one. Yeah, why not? Fuck it, man. Get to the future. Like literally, Freddy Krueger, that shit. You know, like this. Look, smoking. We're smoking. Obviously, I'm not holding the ash. You know, I'll be doing like this, like cow udders, like you know. Uncle Larry makes a good point. All the good stuff AP smokes is saying something, bro. And this is certified. Jeremy smokes fucking ultra cigars and certified. Flat out said Richie's not lying. box-worthy, godlike cigar, best Oliva and best Gurkha he's ever had. And then there's AP. Not only the same, he's giving it a 5.0. Even if you rethink about that and go 4.8, 4.9, dude, oh god, the consensus is in. Like you know what I'm saying? No, it's guilty that it is the best Gurkha so far and the best Oliva. Like we can't say that lightly, bro. I've been smoking Gurkha and Oliva for 15 years. Like, and all of a sudden there's a winner. Like, yeah, wow, here's a winner.
This is a killer. This kills the fucking. This kills the lever. Fucking
Yeah, dude,
regular
that's
cigar.
I think
Sorry.
that cigar brought Gurkha up and pushed Oliva down. This now we're seeing what happened with AJ. Remember, like AJ taking other brands like H. Upman and CAO and Punch. You know what I'm saying? Though, and kind of like shitting on them by saying, "Hey, let me make a better version. Let me make a better Monte Cristo by AJ Fernandez." In this case, it's the opposite. It's by Oliva, but now you make Gurkha better, and everyone goes, "Well, how come Oliva doesn't have a cigar like this?" So this is a reverse AJ situation. It's reverse AJ. You know what I'm saying though? It's a reverse AJ situation. In my opinion, this hurts Oliva because I'll tell you what, like if you went to a lounge and they had, Oliva Milano and a big Gordo like that for like $18 and a Oliva Gurkha for $22, which one are you smoking? Like there's no comparison.
Yeah, it's not even a question. Nope.
In my
Well,
opinion,
maybe Oliva will roll some, come out with something, higher end that competes with this. I don't know.
dude, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening because here's the thing about Oliva. Picture how many millions of Milanios they make a year and V's, right? They can't make that cigar on that level. So that there's no way because they only made so many boxes of that. So they can't. Which is, remember I told you, remember that small batch of Oliva? You gotta try that next. Not as good as this one, but great. Remember the General cigar? It was made by Oliva, and it was called the Sancho Panza Limited. The Sancho
Yeah.
Panza Limited was the best Sancho Panza and the best Oliva cigar I had at that point for like $12. And I was like, why did Oliva make a better cigar than the Milano V for $12 for General under Sancho Panza? What were they thinking? What were they thinking? And obviously, that's a better cigar than Sancho Panza, but it better be. It's half the price. I mean, the Sancho Panza is $12. You know what I'm saying? Though
Yeah.
it looks like you had like a out of body experience. It looks like you
I
found
feel
Jesus.
like it.
Yeah, you feel like when you see someone in church and they got saved and they're like they came to God and they're like, I'm not going to be a sinner no more. I'm not going to ride through town in my thong anymore. I'm going to be a good boy.
Yeah, I almost didn't want to come on because I was enjoying it so much, but I said I have to. So I'm like here, but like I'm kind of not here.
What's up, TT Texas? How you doing? All right. Um,
Oh, it's
yeah,
so good.
interrupt your time, but this is historical, man. This is historical. The only thing that sucks for you is that you don't have another Oliva by Gurkha. I'm sorry, Gurkha by Oliva. Are you gonna buy another 5 pack or a box of 10? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get more of these one way or the other. I don't know if I'm gonna buy just these or buy another box set, or we'll have to see. I have so much shit to get through though. I like to try so much different things. I've been
Well, yeah, like any other
buying so much
cigar.
stuff.
Let's say you bought a box of 10 and you blew through it in a week or 2 weeks. Any cigar, I think you have to give it space to make it to respect it too, though. Like it's like if it's any cigar, there's a honeymoon, meaning like no matter what, it's kind of like you just date a girl or you get married, maybe you have sex every day or every other day, and then you space it out to like 3 or 4 times a week. What I'm saying is though, but that's a little different because you don't get to change wives, but you could change cigars though, and I don't think I want to smoke any cigar more than once a week, even at best, because I think it loses its luster. I think when you come to a cigar, it's like summoning a great memory when you come back, and if you keep summoning, it's like going to a psychic, walking out, walking back in, and you're like, okay, hi. She's like, I just gave you your fortune. And you're like, yeah, do it again. Here's some money, bitch. And she's like, Yeah, that's like smoking the same cigar over and over and over again. You're like, like, that would be funny. You go right back to the same cycle. You imagine it's not the same. She's like, "Well, I was wrong the last time." You know.
So I have a bunch of stuff to go through. I have a bunch of Dunbarton cigars I have to go through. I have the cigars I got today, the Tiamo Mexican cigars that I'm looking forward to trying. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
And those are puros.
Yeah, yeah, Puro Mexican.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and the wrapper is Cuban seed grown in Mexico.
Well, they're known for their wrappers, for the Negro
Hmm.
wrapper, the San Andres. They call that right there, the dark wrapper, and the Negra, right? The right. It says right on it, you know.
So it's
But
not the typical Mexican wrapper that that you would think. So that's
interesting,
interesting.
yeah. Well, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I'll have to find those out here. Are they going to be at stores or internet only?
It should be a store. It should be just the regular release. They're only like $8 a piece for the Robusto, so they should be common. They're trying to relaunch the Tiamo name again.
Well, think about that. There is a cost saving with Puro. All the tobacco's from one place.
Yeah,
If they made it in Mexico, but then they had to get Nicaraguan tobacco, you got to ship that tobacco. Then they got to roll it there, right? So when you do make a Puro, I mean, you are saving some money. It's right there. Now, granted, unless somehow it was cheaper to buy tobacco somewhere else. But if you're growing your own stuff, it's always cheaper to grow your own tobacco than buy your tobacco. You know what I'm
yeah, it would have
saying?
to be.
Of course, why would they keep it for themselves? You know what I'm saying? No.
Yeah.
So it's
Then I
that's
ordered a bunch of Fuente. I've been like obsessing over American Connecticut wrappers, so I want to go through all those. So I ordered a bunch of the Fuente, like natural chateaus or whatever they're called, in like 6 different sizes.
interesting.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Tiamo was a Northeast thing. We used to go hang out at the Tiamo shop and do all sorts of bad things there and outside of there in Brooklyn here. So,
I didn't know that.
oh yeah,
I don't even know much about the Tiamo brand. I remember them being like cheap cigars, right? Like back
yeah,
in the day,
pretty much.
it was a
Yeah,
cheap. But
I
so
think
so
they
now,
still have a cheap cigar out there somewhere.
yeah. But now they're making. I love when a new brand, not new brand, when they come out and like when a brand that let's say normally makes like low end cigars, but now they want to start making premium. They generally
Yeah,
come in very humble. So $8 for a
yeah,
mid tier cigar, it might be mind blowing. Give it a few years, it's going to jump up to like 12 or 13. So they're coming in right. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm going to talk about this cigar right here. I am between a heavy, medium plus, and almost medium full. So not a strong cigar, but definitely not a weak cigar. It's a solid medium plus, almost medium full. Long finish, but not a heavy finish. I wish the finish would be heavier, but the finish is there. It's long, but then but it doesn't coat the tongue. Um, um, there's a buttery, oily feeling to it. Rich cedar, no charred cedar though. Black pepper that's not very spicy. It has a nice milk chocolate note that came a little while ago, and a really nice rock salt and a briny type of Scotch note, like a peatiness, like a musky peatiness note. So it has a nice, unique profile to it. If you're looking for maybe a slightly darker cigar, about 70%, but not it's a classy Davidoff. You know what I'm saying? No, I think Davidoff does what they do well. And if you want a darker, stronger Davidoff, you got to go for Nicaragua or the Escurio or the Yamasa. That kind of stuff. But I do recommend the Davidoff laid out to anyone out there looking for something. You're really not going to get a deal on them, and I'm not going to say like, oh, it's going to be the best cigar you ever had, but like, it's a really classy cigar. Making a cigar classy for most mid-tier guys, it's not like it's a magical cigar like Opus or even like that cigar. So sometimes when you jump up to a $20 cigar, having refinement like a classy cigar for some guys it's not worth it. They'd rather smoke like a Liga Number 9 for $20. You know what I'm saying though? So I get that too. So it has very refined. You're paying for really refined, classy notes, but it's not like even like a Padron 26 or a Liga Number 9. Those are different kind of cigars. So I don't think it's for everyone this cigar, but it's worth trying at least once, and just maybe a night in the town and you're dressed up and you're being a gentleman, like or a wedding type of cigar. I could see that kind of cigar, but it's very classy. It's a very classy cigar. Not if you're partying in your shit face. You're gonna go. Let me pull out a Davidoff. You know what? I
Yeah,
had glasses of tequila today. Let me pull out a Davidoff. That's not that kind of cigar. You know, like but yeah. All right, enough about the cigar. If I had to talk about it because I'm reviewing it, we're coming back to it anyways. We already knew I liked the cigar, but dude, you stole the show with this. That's I'm glad you came on because like you still have any left in it. You're in the last third.
it does have that like chocolate chip cookies right out of the oven.
Bro, I
Get
don't lie.
going.
I don't lie. I don't with all the flavors combined. Like, what does it remind? I'm very good at analogies, right? And what things remind me of. That's why that shit reminds of, dude. Did you get caramel on that? Because I got chocolate chip cookies with caramel on top of that. I don't know if you got that.
It's got some sweet, like the burnt sugar, maybe kind of a rough.
Yeah,
It's
well,
kind of like caramel.
exactly.
Yeah,
To me, that's why I said caramel because it gets you were a chef,
it's got a nice saltiness to it, also.
but you have to char. Caramel is kind of like slightly burnt. You know what I'm saying though? Um, um, dude,
This is a great cigar. Wow.
bro. I'm happy for you, man. Really, like this is as much as me and you bust each other balls and people think we're enemies. Like that's just part of the that's part of the show, man. Um, but as two guys from Long Island, you're from old Long Island because you guys about 100 years ago or whatever, maybe a little more, maybe 150 years ago, Queens and in Brooklyn, they went to New York City, and they probably did that for funding. You know what I'm saying though? Like, oh, we're gonna unite, and also probably the mafia, the five boroughs, five families. And then like Nassau and Suffolk is like, wait, but we're on the same island. Like, no, don't worry, we're gonna have our own mafia out of here too. But so, but anyways, um, it's amazing that a lot of guys aren't gonna even try that cigar. Doubt and unbelief. They're not gonna believe it.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's so true. The cigar que bleh, bleh.
Isn't that crazy right now? And I'm gonna give you another example. Right now, if you had the choice tomorrow, would you smoke a Davidoff Late Hour or the Gurkha by Oliva? Which one would you take?
Oh, that's what this one. Yeah,
Isn't that crazy? And that's a truthful statement.
it is
This
funny, right?
This cigar I would rate at like a 4.7, a solid luxury cigar with a unique type of profile, kind of a limited use if you're gonna like this thing. But me as a reviewer, I could see I was saying why and the pros and cons of it. Um, the con is it's not really an exciting cigar and it is expensive, asking a lot, being $20 to $25, but it's a very luxurious cigar with a unique vibe to it. Asian Scotch barrels, and it's very classy, very clean notes, but it's not a it doesn't have like a major presence though. Um, that cigar. Well, watch the video. I mean, now that you smoked it, when you rewatch my bullshit review, right? Did you understand what I was saying in that?
I don't even know if I watched it really. I kind of just like,
Can you talk shit about it without watching it?
just start trouble.
Oh my God. That really is crazy. AB said the Escurial Corona is my favorite Davidoff. Yeah, I like the smaller Escurials. My favorite Escurial was they had like a small Perfecto. Did you ever see that one? Like a double
Small
Perfecto.
perfecto.
It's a small, like it's pointed on both sides. I don't know if they make it no more.
I don't remember that one.
Or from like the 1930s. In that size, I liked. I don't know if they make that no more. I'm going back like 6, 7 years ago. There was a guy at that lounge. I would call him Mister Escurio. He was an Italian guy. He always wears like sunglasses inside, and like he was like a fat short Italian guy. He'd always be sitting up there with an espresso. And I walk in, I say, "Hey, what's up, Mister Escurio? Hey, what's up, kid? How you doing? You know?"
Well, it's
And he,
nice. They're a little cheaper than most of the Davidoff line.
the black
Just
label
a little,
the black label Davidoff's are always cheaper. The Nicaraguan line is always cheaper.
right? All those. The other one, Yamasa, is a little cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about their white label line that is so expensive. I'm not sure if all the selection and grading they do, and or it was just a choice to
I
go
think they
after.
just want to suck more people in, right?
Yeah, clearly Davidoff is a major brand. So even when you're smoking like a Davidoff Nicaragua, which originally I really enjoyed, and I still do. But I know Sacco, he had some of those. Remember that they were so squishy? I'd be pissed off. He had one that like burned through so fast and like it was like almost no tobacco. And he was able to like, I'd be pissed off. That was the box press. Imagine a cigar like that lightly packed. I think that was the 10th one, right? He had the 10th one.
Yeah, it was. It was a special. It was the anniversary.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
my point is, a brand like nothing is infallible. Meaning, like if you start trying to pull some tricks, like the internet doesn't lie, man. People are gonna be like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" And so everyone that smokes cigars should be a reviewer, and they are like meaning like when you find something that's great or you find something that's great, don't just give it a blind chance again. Like if you have it again and you're like, "What the fuck is it?" I'm talking about like a year or two later. If something changes, um, be aware of that. Um, like, do I really think all the Davidoffs really need to be that price point? No, they don't need to be. Like Davidoffs don't need to be $50, $40. They don't. Because like they don't. Like how is Opus X, the most prevailing, long-lasting luxury cigar ever made? 30 years in, and MSRP is like 24. So like, what is anyone else doing for 50?
that's Davidoff's whole thing. It's a luxury fucking lifestyle brand. So you're smoking the band also. It's a flex.
Yeah, it is. Because I'll be honest, like overall, I'd rather smoke like a Padron 64 for like at a lounge for like 15, $16 for a giant Padron 64 than like a tiny, like half Corona for like $20 on the white label. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
come on.
That's what I used to go to shop and like the smallest Davidoff was like $30. It's like, I mean,
Yeah.
fucking really for that tiny little fucking cigar?
And
Come
that
on.
fucks with your mind because then you're like, well, it's got to be better or it's got to be worth it because let's say it's your birthday, like, wow, I'll splurge and smoke one of these for $40. And for like regular people, like, if you got the money, then it doesn't matter, right? But like, if your regular people were like, you have to like pay bills and you have so much money left over to enjoy yourself, you don't have to lie to yourself and go, but yeah, this $30 petite Corona is
Right,
so better than like
right,
a grown Diplomatico Churchill for $19, $18. I get
right.
here. Like, no, go smoke your Diplomatico for like you get what I'm saying now. Like to smoke any
Yeah,
David Churchill is going to cost you like $40. So
yeah.
like, yeah, I think when it comes to Davidoff on the higher end side, they don't need us. I mean, they don't want like they got you know what I'm saying though. So like it's like anything else. So like it's and I'm not kidding on the brand. I respect what they've done. They have done a lot of innovation. They made some great blends. But and when you think about it though, their quality control is impeccable, and they have given us mid-tier cigars. It's called Camacho. There are some great Camachos. So Davidoff does give you great $10, $12 cigars. Dude, Camacho broadleaf and Nicaragua are great cigars. $10, bro.
Yeah.
So that is a Davidoff brand. So in a way, you know, maybe that was Maybe that was smart because know why? If Davidoff, let's say Davidoff made the Camacho broadleaf, but just put the Davidoff label on it, then people will just smoke the cheaper Davidoff because they go, "Wow, this is a great cigar for $10. I don't need to spend $30, right?" Man, that would be a flex, man. Imagine the Camacho broadleaf was a Davidoff. You're like, "Yeah, it's $10," and you're like, "Yeah, okay, so I'll smoke these now." Like,
Yeah, they wouldn't do that. They would not do that.
yeah,
Guys like to show up in the lounge and flex with that Davidoff white label. That's a big part of it.
hmm yeah. And like I said, they have great tobacco. And I think Davidoff's biggest selling point on the white label side is the cleanliness. I mean, you're never going to get ammonia. You're never going to get a dirty feeling. Down to the nub, it's going to be a very nice bouquet of their notes are super clean. Like Davidoff cedar notes is phenomenal.
Yeah, they
Uh,
have like the fanciest cedar note, like the most. It's like the most high end. See, like the best smelling humidor type of cedar note
yeah,
to it. That's what really stands out with Davidoff.
yeah. But do you have to spend $40 to have that for a regular guy? For a regular guy, he's like, well, I could spend $10 and fill up my car. You know what I'm saying? No, like so, like you know. But if it doesn't matter, then God bless too. Like dude, hey, God, sky's the limit. If the money doesn't matter, then God bless. You know what I'm saying? No, but I can only speak as a mid tier guy. I can't just infinitely just you know you know do that. But what I'm trying to say for me, a brand like Davidoff, I'm glad it exists, but I can't go to it. I might go to it realistically a few times a year. Because there's other stuff I could buy and I'll have as good or a better time, for a lot less money. Yeah, it's not gonna be as clean, like I'm saying though, like but I don't know. I don't always want a perfectly clean tasting cigar that's medium strength and oh, it's beautiful, but it's you get what I'm saying though. Like you might want that, my father Bajou for $12, right?
Yeah, for me, like I smoke outside all year round, so like in the cold winter, like smoking a mild Davidoff's really not the thing. It's really not. It really doesn't work. You know.
I will say this is a very slow burning cigar, and this is a Robusto, bro, and I still have like a little less than half of it left. Like, um, I'm really surprised how slow the burning this cigar. It really was packed well, and really great flavor, very clean. Um, it's just a really nice flavor, man. So for me, I'm glad Davidoffs exist, and but to me, I go to them from time to time, you know, uh, time to time, maybe once or twice a season, if that makes any sense. Like every other month or something like that. I'm like, yeah, I'll have a Davidoff tonight, But it would be nice to see some more innovation on their dark label side. Like if there was for a little bit, remember they made the Nicaragua, the Oscuro, and Yamasa, and I was like, no, that's it now, nothing else. And you're like, well, all right, what other $20 cigars can you make? Anything else? No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no. In fact, they used to make Gordos for like $18 back in the day. And the Davidoff Yamasa in Nicaragua in Gordo was phenomenal because they wrote about it in an article how they tweaked it and they purposely compensated for the large gauge. And this is Davidoff. They said that we compensated for the large gauge by adding all higher priming tobacco for the blend. So it was, dude, that thing rocked for a Gordo. Like they Davidoff tweaks their tobacco for the size. So that's why Richie says size of the blend. I don't think anyone knows anything more about tobacco than Davidoff as far as like they're very smart people, man. Of course, it's a blend and they got to charge a lot of money for it, but like they're like scientists over there. So like you ever see how they do their grouping of their seeds and splicing of DNA and genetics? Like they're
Yeah.
playing around. Do you need that though? Most people don't give a shit, but like it, I think as a whole, like the cigar world does owe a lot to Davidoff for what they've done for the cigar community, and um, they can make some really great hybrid stuff. I'm saying though, and um, those were awesome. You would have liked to try that. The Nicaragua with the higher primings, those boxes would sell out. And then one day it came in, they're like, "Oh, they stopped making them." I'm like, "What do you mean? Why? Why the fuck would they stop?" It was the best selling Davidoffs in the Matadors. they'd fly because you look at it, and go, well, I can have a Davidoff Robusto at the time for like $17, and for like one more dollar, $18, you can have a Gordo that's stronger. Like, yeah, I'm going back 7 years ago. So, like, why wouldn't you smoke the Gordo in that case? Give me a final recap on the cigar. How do you feel? What's your what's your overall? You know, your mind's blown
I tell you,
because
it hit me pretty hard too. I have to say, really,
you've been holding the smoke a lot on this thing.
really chilled me out here. I gotta say,
Yeah,
it's just a great cigar. Yeah, this is a big winner right here. It's
yeah.
just so weird that Oliva let Gurkha have this cigar. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
It is a mystery.
It doesn't make fucking sense.
If you called Oliva, right, to find out about that, like, listen, what a great job you did for Gurkha. Why don't you do that for yourself?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's like they really showed some favoritism. In my opinion, I think they really thought no one would notice, and that just goes to show you that Oliva, if they want to, they're sitting on some of the best tobacco in the world because that's a Nicaraguan cigar and they have Ecuadorian tobacco. Oliva has it's Ecuadorian wrapper, right?
Oh, so good.
Is that an Ecuadorian wrapper?
I don't remember.
I'm almost positive it's Ecuadorian, and then the binder's Cameroon. That's what's crazy on that, dude. Who the hell has the balls to use Cameroon expensive tobacco as a binder? But I think that's what gave because that's what's missing on the Milano series. Not the Milano V that has sweetness, but it goes to chocolate because it's a Mexican San Andreas Maduro and it gets that chocolate note. But on the Oliva side, the Milano V has no sweetness, none. So that Cameroon binder on that Ecuadorian wrapper like that, with that Nicaraguan tobacco underneath it, like that Cameroon binder is giving that sweetness to that. You know, I think the wrapper sets the tone, and the filler pushes the wrapper. But I think the binder kind of gives like a backdrop to the wrapper. It almost becomes with the wrapper in a sense, and it can help it or hurt it. It can almost cancel it out, or like you ever see like when they do like a Maduro broadleaf wrapper, and then sometimes they go with the grown Connecticut binder, and sometimes that weak binder now makes the wrapper kind of like it gives the whole. You know what I'm saying? No, it almost like cancels out, like not 100%, but my point is I'm not always the hugest fan of using very like a shade grown for a binder. You know, hold that smoke, baby.
Man, this is like a perfect smoking experience. Guys, just go. You gotta try this fucking cigar. Forget about, oh, Gurkha this. I mean, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't fucking try the cigar. I'm serious.
I really can't believe I'm hearing you say this, even though I knew you were gonna love this cigar. Like it's like that's like the final
No,
step.
it's that good. It's that fucking good. Seriously.
So, would you rather
Wow.
smoke a cigar over Siglo Six?
I mean, listen, not every single six is great. I've
What?
had, not every single six is great. So that's the thing. There's a big variation with Cuban cigars too. So, I mean, the best Siglo Six is up here with this, but then out of the best Siglo Sixes, like
And
this is killed.
how much those cost?
Oh, they're looking at about 100 and change right now.
Yeah. So
I mean,
even
come on, it's
good,
ridiculous.
right? $25. Like
No,
it's a T, bro. Like
I could tell you, I'm never buying a Siglo Six again at that price. It's never gonna. I'm never doing it. They're not that good. They don't warrant the price. Sorry, no,
no,
they don't.
my opinion, bro. I can't stress it. Like it's. At that point, you have to, I'm not saying I never would do that again. Like maybe one day I want to splurge and have to buy the new Spectre that comes out. Okay, but like part of that is is the box cost. Like because the boxes on the Spectres are ridiculous. But even then, though, it's not $130 cigar. Like this, not. It's just not possible to justify as far as um, like when it comes to like jewelry. You're like, oh, well, it's got this much gold and this much diamond chip, and a brand that carries it's going to go up in value. When it comes to tobacco, there's just no way to put $100 of tobacco in a cigar. It really is not. Okay, you'd say, okay, well, for even 50, like so, like you know, to me, when he gets around that $20 plus or minus, you better start blowing my mind, man. You better be, So I judge that cigar hard at $25. I wasn't just saying it was good because I spent $25 on it. Like it was good because I'm like, wow, this cigar beats most $25 cigars I ever had. You know,
Oh,
like
this is a bargain at $25
yeah,
for
it's a
sure.
bargain. It's a
It's a
bargain.
fucking bargain at $25. 100%.
Mm, yeah, and I call it a great reset um, because if Gurkha could make this blend with Oliva at $25, a lot of other brands you got some explaining to do. Like like that Fuente Padron cigar better be so much better for what $100, whatever it's going to cost. Like it better be like, and how much you said, how much better can you make a cigar?
That cigar is $175.
There's no way.
I mean, come on.
And I don't say I didn't smoke it yet, and I'm not going to, but um, I don't see it beating that cigar. Like, that blend is stupid on that Oliva. Like that's like because honestly, I because Padron's not going to use Cameroon, you know. So
I mean, with the Padron, it's a very limited thing. It's like a once in a lifetime thing. All the profits going to charity. So like the price, it's not a real price. You know what I mean? It's not priced like a normal cigar would be priced. It's just a whole separate thing.
this cigar's ramping up. It's about medium full right now. Very delicious, but still a short. I'm sorry, a long finish, but not a heavy finish. Um, um
That's a slow burning cigar, huh?
oh really, bro? It really is. And
Jesus.
it's not wet either. Like it's just it really had like a full pack to it. And I'm looking at the top of it, bro, and I'm counting this. There's a lot of stems in this thing, so I just might have got a really good one. You know, what I'm saying no, like this was like for Robusto, bro. Like we're 80 minutes in, and I still got time. I got another probably 20 minutes on this thing, maybe more. For
It's funny. Sometimes you get like from the same brand, you'll get if you smoke more than one of them, you get like a cigar that's like a cigar and a half or two cigars compared to another one. You know what I mean? The way it burns.
mm-hmm. Except when you go to Padron.
Yeah, they burn fast.
No, but what I'm saying is, for Padron is they burn fat. You could take your time on a Padron, but what I'm saying is, Padron's consistency is insane. Like, and I'm talking about I've been smoking Padron now what 15 years. Padron's consistency is stupid. Whether you love it, brand, whatever, or just appreciate it. Like the consistency on like a Padron 64 and 26 is even on their 1000s because they're consistently dirty, and every time you have them, like like when I'm in the mood for Padron, I know exactly what I'm going to get. Like I know exactly what I'm going to get. Like every time I pick up a Padron 64 Maduro, I'm like, wow, a lot of earth, dirty earth, a lot of real lively black pepper, and a really nice milk chocolate note. There you go, buddy, and with a long, heavy finish, and three-quarter strength and three-quarter darkness, and but from the first puff, it's in the last third
Yeah.
every time, every time. Now within it, I try to keep it to the skinnier gauges. The Diplomatico was as big as I like to go. I don't like fat Padrones, like fat 26 or 64s. I'm not saying I wouldn't smoke it, but what I'm saying is Like, do you prefer do you like the Hermoso or the fat 56 or 54 gauge 64s? I don't like doing that.
Listen, I like all of them, but I'm not a fan of 60 ring gauge really. I mean, I would say Exclusivo is one of my favorites. Although I am a big fan of the 1926 number nine. That's been a favorite of mine actually. So
Number nine, what size is that?
it's like a it's like a little bit bigger, fatter, a little bit bigger than a Robusto 1926.
So it's bigger than the six
Yeah, yeah.
because you have 35 and then you have a
It's
six.
bigger than the number two. I think there is.
Yeah, I love Padron 26 Maduro, bro. I really do. It has a special place in my heart. I don't lie and say that's my favorite cigar or it's the best cigar ever made, but it has a special place in my heart. Like, you know what I'm saying though? It's a guaranteed good time. You know what I'm saying though? It's just like a comfortable pair of shoes. You know exactly where you're gonna be in them.
Yeah,
Um,
always the same experience. Complete
but
reliability.
but in a good way though. And I consider Padrones their flavor profiles kind of simple and formulaic, but it's like when someone cooks from scratch. Like you've had these notes before, but it's such raw flavor, like unfiltered, like so. It's not fluff. I love Padron 64 and 26. I love the 26 more, but I know you're more of a 64 guy. Um, if 26s were the same price, would you still choose the 64?
Listen, I smoke all of them, so I just bounce around. I love them all really. I wouldn't say I have a favorite.
Mm. I just think 64 is the most usable because with the price point, you get the most for your money. If that makes any sense. Like you could smoke a full size 64 for like 25% cheaper than a 26, and you're gonna have
Yeah,
a great
it's a
time.
difference.
You're like, it's like fuck, I'll have a great time. I'll save my money. You know what I'm saying? Though,
Yeah, it's a
but
big jump.
yeah, but not down here in Florida. Like, um, they got those 26s here, the small one, the number 35,
Yeah,
12.
yeah, that's fucking cheap.
Yeah, bro.
That's cheap, man.
Yeah, bro. You could like, ah, yeah, you could like literally like for $20 smoke up a drone 26, number 35, and go to a taco truck and get like three tacos. Like you can sit there, eat three tacos, and light up a little Padron. You're like, that's not a bad afternoon for $20. You know,
Oh God, it's late. Holy shit.
I don't even think they have hot dog stands down here in Florida. They still got hot dog stands in New York.
Mm. Oh yeah,
There's nothing like in New York City what you do. You get like the fresh fucking Sabrett hot dogs. You're going for a walk in Manhattan or Brooklyn or
yeah.
something. Oh my god, get it with the works down to the nub.
Well,
You don't want to put that.
that's that.
So 5.0 for you. In hindsight, would you is it still 5.0, 4.9, or you just like, bro?
I'm sticking with the five.
And I believe you, man. That experience is
It's a Gurkha. It's so funny.
it's the Gurkha. It's bro surprise. You know, what I'm saying like it'd be so funny like if that cigar had no band and like something they just were selling it like undisclosed brand, and then they waited a year to talk about like what I'm saying. Imagine that would be cool for a company to release something with a band in a sense, but they would not to say what company made it, and they gave it a year to create all the buzz. At at the end, like on the top 25, then they really would get cigar of the year, and like, well, all right, we're gonna release who made this. Everyone's like, oh my god, there's so much hype, the cigar's so great. They're like, it's Gurkha, and everyone's like, oh fuck.
Oh well, that's that.
Yeah, I'm almost jealous right now, even though jealousy is a female trait. I'm like, I gotta have that again soon.
I'm gonna have nice dreams tonight about Gurkha.
Yeah, and you got it's
How
just that
about it?
you don't got work tomorrow. You know, well, you get to sleep in or no? The kids wake you up.
No, I gotta be up early, as a matter of fact. So I gotta go.
Go,
I gotta
brother.
go. It's been
Hey,
fun, but yeah, I gotta be up bright and early with the kids, and we got a
you
full
got
day ahead. So
morning or no?
what's that?
You got mass tomorrow or no?
They got baseball tomorrow,
Hmm.
the first day of baseball. So
Well, that is an American religion. So,
yeah, so yeah,
hey,
let
man.
me hop off. But it's been a
Oh,
pleasure, buddy.
best of luck, bro. I'm so happy you smoked that cigar, and now Richie and Jeremy and AP doesn't lie.
That's a lot. That's a lot of fucking three aficionados.
Yeah, we are the three aficionados.
It's a tie now.
Yes, yeah, three versus three. I smoked a cigar with three aficionados.
Yeah.
And, we got to get PG to try that. You know what I'm saying? Though I think PG would die smoking that thing. He'd just be like, "Oh my god!" Like you know what I'm saying? They're like, "Yeah, that cigar is." So, hey, bro, I'll see you around, man.
All right, guys. Always a pleasure.
All right, guys, I'm getting out of here too. Everyone, stay fresh. Smoke your best shit. Stay fresh. Quality soaps. No cigars in prison. I can't stress that enough. And there's no thing you want in your mouth in prison. So I want to massively thank um, Stephen J for sending me this great cigar. It's a 4.7. It's a high end Davidoff. I think it's a very unique profile. Um, it's not a very strong cigar. I mean, it's medium, medium plus, and then towards the end comes like a gentle medium full, but 70% darkness, a long finish, but not super heavy, so it doesn't coat the tongue. Beautiful cedar notes, a nice, comfortable black pepper, really no earth, a nice chocolate note, and a really nice rock salt and like a briny, smoky, peaty, like a Scotch note, like the peatiness of like Scotch. So if you want, but it's all in all, it's a class act cigar though. So if you want a classy cigar with some character to it that doesn't normally happen, then it is what it is. And this is the Robusto. I can't believe, dude. I still got 20 minutes left in this thing. Look at that heavy smoke. That's some heavy fucking fog. Try this thing or boost. I think their Robusto's the size in this thing. I can't believe how slow it's fucking burning. I mean, really, really, the cigar is a winner. More of a flaky ash though, so don't try to hold the ash on this. I'll see you around. 4.7. This a marvelous cigar. Very delicious, not overpowering, but it has enough strength. It's a strong strong and dark for Davidoff. You know what I'm saying though, so it's not a strong dark cigar, but compared to the Davidoff White Label, it's I wouldn't say the cigar has balls, but it's a more fuller, darker offering from Davidoff, if that makes any sense. If you know Davidoff, but it's classy. I'll see you guys around. Stay fresh.